Hello, good morning. It's time now for New Generation. It's time now for education, excitement, and of course some entertainment. Today we're taking a look at threats of floods in Ghana here. Yeah, and then we'll be taking our Facebook comments, our Vox Pop, and our How Well You Know Ghana segment. And for entertainment.
Entertainment, we have a lot. You know I'm your entertainment prefect. Anytime I'm here, there's a lot of
We missed you last week, though.
Last week, like they always say, I was out of tone. Right. Anyway, this morning we're having a legend with us in the studio. She's been acting for 50 good years. Yes, trust me, 50 years. It's not easy. You know who she is?
No.
Do you want to take a guess?
No.
Okay, you better not guess. And I'll also be taking you to the Kwabo Atma studio for Midajuni premiere. I featured in Midajuni.
I saw what you did.
Yeah, I did a lot of... Take it easy. And some juicy news in entertainment. I'll also be bringing them to you. And so many other things, all in entertainment.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
So viewers, for some fun, education, and entertainment, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Very soon.
Even the tiniest holes can lead to big problems, like big painful cavities. New Pepsodent Cavity Fighter with 50% more calcium helps prevent cavities. Brush with Pepsodent's best ever anti-cavity protection for strong teeth and healthy mouths.
Western University College is bridging industry and academia by training and developing a highly skilled workforce that can successfully compete in the ever-changing Ghanaian, African, and global marketplace. We have listened to the concerns of employers and have found that most graduates today lack practical and professional skills required to perform basic corporate function. Western University College therefore emphasizes strong theoretical and practical skills in the teaching and training of their students. At Western University College, teaching and learning takes place in a modern state-of-the-art classroom supported by a well-stocked library with wireless network and access to online articles and journals. Would you like to obtain strong theoretical understanding and practical skills that will set you apart for excellence in your career? Then make Western University College your first choice. Locate us at English Amanfrom off the Weja Kaswa Highway or call us on 030-291-7629 or 030-291-5629.
Mercy Soap and Mercy Ointment, soothing as a bathing soap and effective as an aftershave, restoring luster and shine to skin and body. Effective against pimples and eczema. Mercy Hair and Body Ointment, promoting quick and healthy hair growth. Active on all hair-related conditions for a lustrous and natural shine to hair. Mercy Soap and Mercy Ointment, soothing to the skin, effective against all skin infections, authenticated and approved by the Food and Drugs Board. Mercy Soap and Mercy Ointment, my body, my priority.
Give kids the taste they love and the nutrition they need. Daily Blue Band, daily growth.
Toils of the great and the sweat of their labor. Is it because of our tradition that says that a woman should not propose to a man?
People see things and then they get wrong conceptions of what marriage is about.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
And the thundering declaration by one Kwame. At long last, Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
You're welcome back. If you just tune in, this is the discussion segment, and today we are taking a holistic look at floods in Ghana, the threats of flood to Ghanaians. My lovely guests are here, all lovely in their African prints, and I'll have them introduce themselves from you.
My name is Amma.
I am Khaled.
And I'm Martha.
You're all welcome. First of all, let's take the definition of flood. What is flood? Martha.
Okay, flood is a natural event that have far-reaching effects on people and the environment?
I think that flooding is a natural disaster, so we can never predict when we're going to have it. But having said that, we can always prepare just in case it comes. So I think during the period after you've had a flood, the first thing you need to do is to make sure that everybody is safe. That is, people who live around you or people who live with you, make sure that they're all safe. And then you don't just go back into your home once the flood has occurred. You need to make sure that there hasn't been any structural damage to your house or anything like that. So it's all about safety first, just making sure that all lives are under control, and then anything else you can proceed.
So as citizens of Ghana, do we have a role to play in such situations like this? Caleb?
Yeah, surely we do. As citizens, because the floods will come anyway, and we have to look at it in various. For instance, you go to some areas, you see that the roads are bad. There are maybe in water areas. People can build very nice houses, and if you go outside, the area where they have their lawns is so beautiful, but the very road there is very bad. So if each of them could take that responsibility to make sure that at least just the little space in front of your home, you can construct a drain, everybody does. At the end of the day, when these floods come, at least they can flow very well and not cause much havoc.
Talking about roads, now should we blame our engineers, our road engineers, for constructing such roads?
I think in a way, yes, because if you're an engineer and you're constructing a road, you should know that this road that I'm constructing, this can happen, this cannot happen. You should know where to construct the road, how big you can construct the road, and the space that you're going to leave for like pavement purposes. And you should also know that in Ghana we have seasons where we get heavy rainfalls. June, July, we have heavy rainfalls during that time. So when you're constructing your roads, you need to think of all these things before you actually make them. And then you need to make your drains. So in a way, yes, we can blame them, because when they're doing their job, then they have to do it right.
So I want to play the devil's advocate here. Should it all be on the some specific people, like government should do this, government should do that, or the engineers, as you said? Should it all be on them? What about us? What can we do about it? Martha, I'll take that from you.
As citizens of Ghana, we need to learn. That is from forecasts. We need to ask from our local council as to whether or not our home is isolated. Yeah, I think that is so.
Caleb?
Yeah, as engineers, yes, I would say we can blame them, because these people are supposed to be professionals, and as such, they have to deliver to a certain standard. I get bothered when I see open drainages still in Ghana. Why? Because people will still litter it, and when the rains come, what do you have? So as professionals,
that's how we as citizens, we contribute to flooding.
Yeah, that's how we contribute. So as professionals, have they learned that we don't need to still build open drainages? So that at least when the rains come, we know that the passage in the drains are clear for the floods to move. I don't know. So as you said, the Malam Highway, there's a lot of technology now. Come on, we can import technology to make sure that when these floods come, though there's a...
We don't even have to import. We have engineers here in Ghana.
Yeah, we do, but we have good roads. I look at the situation where the roads are getting flooded. The traders can't trade. That's an economic problem they will have now. So for instance, if all they have to do is to trade to get something, their livelihood is also being threatened.
Ends there. Yeah. So as Ghanaians, what can we do to curtail this menace?
We need to be proactive and not rely on miracles, because flood is a natural something and can happen at any time.
Our insurance companies, what are they doing? How do they help us with their policies, their insurance policies, when it comes to floods? Amma?
I think that those who have home insurances, see, people sometimes think that when they have home insurance, then it means that it covers everything, but it doesn't. Home insurance does not actually cover floods. It would cover the effects after flood, let's say if you had a flood and you had to move from your home, and whilst you were moving, people came to loot your home and your things got stolen, then your home insurance would cover for that. But in terms of the natural flood, it wouldn't cover for that. So I think we need more education as to what kind of insurances we need to take out, and that is if the insurance policy actually works in Ghana.
With the insurance, they've said enough, but another side of it is that we have to know that these people are in the insurance for business. Looking at a place like Ghana, and the way the floods come in the effect, as a businessman, come on. I don't think I'll be insuring flood victims because I'll be losing money. And year in, year out, we have the effects of it, and it's so much. The name issue which happened, it was in fact, such as has never happened before. So, assuming I run an insurance company and I've insured about 10 houses there, I'll be out of business.
Let's quickly talk about what the government can do for us. Apart from asking AMA to take off buildings that are in waterways, you know, what else can the government do?
I think when it comes to major flood situation, they do help. Apart from that, I don't know of any.
Like NADMO?
Yeah,
okay.
like NADMO.
Yeah. We have our NADMO, but NADMO is not resourced to the extent that they can salvage the whole effect of it. If you are involved in a flood, let me say, at its best, they can just give you something to just make sure you are
bring a canoe.
surviving. Okay, they can give you a mattress. If your house is broken down and you have a mattress, where are you going to sleep? So don't build a house for you. There are many things they can't really do for you. So at the end of the day, NADMO, they always, I'll say, where they find themselves, I pity them if by the resources they have, they cannot really meet the expectation of those who are affected by the floods, then it looks as if they are doing nothing. But they will always have to work within their means. So if they have 10 bags of rice and 20 people suffer, they'll give everybody half bag of rice. So that's how it goes.
All right. Whatever we do, it's going to happen. Floods are going to happen in any case. So what do we do as citizens to curb it from distraction and the cost of lives and everything? What do we do as citizens? I'll take that from you.
I think we need to be on our toes, because I think we need to know by this time that floods will happen. June, July, we're going to have floods. So the first thing we need to do is we need to always be in tune with the weatherman. So we need to listen to the news, because they always kind of announce us when we're going to have heavy rainfalls. That way we can start preparing towards it. Because if you know that you're going to have floods, then you're not going to travel to places, because you need to be home. If you know that your house is a place that will easily get flooded, then you may need to take your valuable things and move somewhere else. So it's all about communication and being on your toes and just knowing when to expect them.
All right, Caleb.
Okay, I would say that what we should do, I think in Ghana now, we have seen a lot of floods. And by now, I expect that we should have learned our lessons, so that everybody should know that with the little we have suffered, whether you were part of it or not, we should help others. You know, because we have to, as a matter of fact, those who have made various investments at places where they lose them, I think they should take that hard decision and evacuate those places, because if they keep doing their investments, they'll keep losing it. So what will be the need for doing such investments? So I think some hard decisions will have to be taken, and they'll have to be implemented as well.
Great.
Okay. As citizens, we need to plan and prepare and also ask, so we wouldn't be a victim to flood.
Right. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you. Viewers, let's take a break here. We'll be right back.
Even the tiniest holes can lead to big problems, like big painful cavities. New Pepsodent Cavity Fighter with 50% more calcium helps prevent cavities. Brush with Pepsodent's best ever anti-cavity protection for strong teeth and healthy mouths.
Joy, joy on team and joy. Joy medicated soap. I am a wee Petriano. Use joy, joy on team and joy. Joy medicated soap. I am a wee Petriano. Call me Joy Daddy, Joy Mommy. Joy, smelling so fresh.
The Kofi Annan ICT Center presents Innovation Week 2013. It's 5 days of inspiring workshops and talks from leadership in business, finance, government, and the communications industry. This year, we're focusing on driving innovation, new communities, new opportunities, new markets. Come network and discover how you can use ICT to drive innovation, build communities, unearth new opportunities and new markets. Venue, Kofi Annan ICT Center, Bridge, Accra, near GIJ. Date, Tuesday 25th June to Saturday 29th June 2013. Get ready to be inspired. Unleash your creative potential. To register for iWeek 2013, call 0302-679-542-5 or visit our website www.aiti-kace.com.gh. Innovation Week 2013.
Give kids the taste they love and the nutrition they need. Daily Blue Band, Daily Growth.
Things will never be the same. The young will grow, the weak will get strong. But once you still got your youth, enjoy it. Be with the new generation. Do the right thing.
So still on New Generation, this is a segment where I usually talk to people in the industry, film, music, and I always say sometime very soon we'll be going into sports. But for this morning, I have with me a legend. She has been in the film industry for cool 50 years. Yes, I know you don't believe it, but that is absolutely true. She's been doing it right from about 15, 16, and she's still acting. I'm talking about none other than the woman who is known for By the Fireside on GTV, and some other programs on both GTV and Metro TV. This morning, I'm privileged to have her seated by me on New Generation, and we're going to delve straight into her life and what she does for a living. This is how I'm going to go to it. We'll first take something about what she's been up to lately, and then we go into By the Fireside, and then we come back to what she just featured in recently, the Kwekwanansi story, and then we wrap it up with any other thing you want us to tell you about. You're welcome, Madam Grace Omabo.
Thank you.
Also known as Mame Dokono. Isn't kind of Dokono?
All the kinds of Dokonos. The Fanti, the Encrines, the Ashanti Dokono, Achim Dokono, whatever.
Every Dokono.
Every Dokono.
So what have you been up to lately? You've been dormant for some years now from the main screen acting. Yeah.
I've been taking it easy, you know. When the orphanage was stopped, I decided to do a regular school.
Oh, okay.
And you know, it's not been easy starting a school.
So you have a school now?
I have a school now.
Wow. What's the name of the school?
Graceful Grace Academy.
So what's Graceful Grace Academy is the school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm around.
And most directors and producers of late don't patronize the services of old and then actors and actresses because they say you are not saleable, you are not marketable in terms of making sales.
It's
How true is
them.
that? Is it a reason for your...
They shouldn't. I get angry when I hear those words.
I'm glad you do hear them.
Yes, I do. Sometimes we feel as if they've neglected us.
Yeah.
You know, because when you look at the beginning of this video film and all that, we started Grace Norte, myself.
Yeah, Mami Jata.
Mami Jata, Mami Jane, and Grace Omabo will always be paired with Auntie Grace.
Yeah.
And we were doing it for the love of it because we were not getting as much money as they are making now. And the producers used us. Well, I won't blame the old producer like HM, like Miracle and the rest because I understand they are not producing new films these days.
Yeah.
Most of the new films are coming from Kumasi. And then I think Abdul Salam. I've featured twice or 3 times in his films. But they feel that our faces are wrinkled. They feel that Ghanaians don't want to see us again. But when you look at Nigerian films,
they still use
if it is a mother, they use the old woman, an elderly woman. They don't dress up a young girl or a young to look old.
Yeah.
They go for the mama, they go for the papa and all that. So they are, even in Europe, in Hollywood, they use the old stars. So Ghana, why have they neglected us?
What I understand is film is ageless. And
yes.
When you act, you don't retire.
Yes.
90, 80, 100, you still act if you have to play such a role.
Yes.
So what do you think, what could be the factors?
It's up to them. They are saying that we are not marketable. They can't market us.
But
marketable. Yes. I feel so because the little films that I have featured in, people will rush to go and see. Like this Anansi film that Adoma did with me. You know, even the advert alone is selling. People will be calling, hey, Auntie Grace, Mami Dokro, hey, we wanted to see you. Why are we not seeing you these days on TV? And I made the young generation, and they admire me a lot. I can't go to the markets because people will run after me and all that. And you, the producer, thinks that I am not marketable. It's up to you.
Anyway.
So I won't come and beg the producer to use me in his film.
That's true.
I'm taking it easy.
That's true.
You know, that is why I think the new generation that is coming in Ghana here, if you want to act, you should be doing something in addition to the... Yes.
Yeah. Now let's come to By the Fireside. Yes. How did you get on board and how long did you stay on By the Fireside?
For 21 years we were on the Fireside, yes. I got on board because the former First Lady, Nana Akufo-Addo Agyeman, contacted me.
Okay.
And formally, when she wanted to start that program, she used the School for Performing Arts.
Yeah, later on.
And the performers were a little, because I was, you know that I was
already
with her, yes. So she contacted me and I said, yes, I can do it because I come from the village. My mother's side, we come from the village, and I come from the palace too.
Yeah.
And my grandmother usually will sit us around the fire and tell us stories. And I know lots and lots and lots of stories. At that time, my great-grandmother was alive when Nana told me to start something like that. So I will always go to the village in about a month, go to the village, let them, we sit and they will tell me lots and lots of stories. My aunties, one of my aunties, Matthew, whenever my uncle will, goes on a litigation and we win, he will come and the whole town will be drumming and dancing and singing and all that. That auntie of mine will be lady. And she is still alive. My mother is still alive.
Wow.
She will be 100 in August.
Wow.
Yes.
100.
and they were telling me stories, and I knew how it was done. I knew the village life. So I said I will do it.
So you were the right choice for the job.
Yes.
Now, speaking about Kwekwanansi stories, I want to tie it in with Akosua Domain's
Yes.
Now, you told a lot of Kwekwanansi stories.
Right.
And now being cast to play a role in a Kwekwanansi story, but now in a feature film. How did it feel like?
No, it wasn't difficult because I was directing the children.
Mother of Kwekwanansi.
Yes, to play the role. So when Adoma came and said I should be Okonere, who is the wife of Ejako Onimo, who was Kwekwanansi, I decided to do it because I love storytelling. I love children. Yeah. And when that lady came, I was happy because most of the filmmakers here are not thinking about this. Most of the stories, we can use it for animations and things like that, but they are not thinking of making films, using our culture and all that. We do all sorts of films. So this lady was educated in US. Yeah. And she came down. I think it was her story. Yeah. Her father died while she wasn't here, and I don't know how she decided to use her father's Kwekwanansi and her as this, but she didn't. She was directing and producing it. She came with Mexican crew, and we spent 5 days at Kumewu. Wow. And it was interesting, and the whole town came about. Konimo's cultural group also was there, and it was interesting.
Now let's talk about the film industry now. What do you say about nudity, the way women are represented in our films and in our music videos? What's your take on that?
That's what I'm talking about. I think it's high time we divert a little. Yeah. Because sometimes when I watch the films and see the nude scenes, the love making in the films,
very graphic.
Oh, it's really. I don't know the word to describe it because sometimes you say your mind and they get angry with you.
That's it.
How can you portray yourself naked, a married woman, naked, and the actor is also naked and he's on top of you, and you are saying that it's suggestive? We were doing love making in our films, but they were all suggestive. If I want to make love to you, what I do is, like, I come to the room, I pretend as if I'm moving my dress, I throw it, the camera moves onto
the dress,
the dress, my shoes, and maybe some brides they'll be thrown somewhere. And then later on they see the two of us under a cover, a blanket or something. But they don't see somebody on top of somebody and hitting and hitting and hitting. What do you want the children to do? What do you want the children to learn from that? So that one there.
So do you blame it on westernization?
They are saying that if they don't do it that way, they don't buy. I don't know whether, excuse me to say, children screwing will let the film sell. No. It is the lesson in the film. The lesson in the film. And then it looks like now we have two kinds of films, the English ones and the local ones. The local ones from Kumasi and the rest. And some of the local ones, they are trying. They are doing well. Because there was a time that Ghana was going down. But, the way the insults, what do you call it?
The quarreling?
Not the quarreling is also there, but the strange things and you see
the witches
flying and
jumping.
Oh, octopus dancing and hitting some dancing going and dancing as well, when Nigerians started and they were showing all the witches and they go to Juju most of the time and all that, we complained. Because I remember it was HM Films who started, collaborating with these Nigerians to bring their films. That's right. Whenever we're shooting HM Film, we will travel to Takoradi. I remember that one day armed robbers came and robbed us heavy.
Wow.
Yes. And when they were showing this witchcraft and juju and murder scenes and armed robbery scenes, we were complaining. But some of us told us that it is something that is happening in Nigeria. Some of them were eating human flesh. They were doing all rituals. You know, at that time, you know, Ghanaians had gone there and they were killing some of the girls for juju and all that. So why have we all of a sudden followed that trend and now we are doing it more than them? You know that I think these days they are going down.
And we are coming up.
Yes. So far as that thing is concerned, I think maybe they think that is what will sell.
Wow. And so, have you ever been attacked or confronted for any role you played in a movie? Because you're known to play more like Nigeria's Ozokwo, hardcore roles. Yes. So have you ever been attacked?
Yeah, during my youth, I was sometimes, even when we were on stage, I was beaten. Sometimes
literally
were thrown at me because they thought that was my character.
Oh, so real.
Yeah. Sometimes when I have my stepchildren living with me and I'm told to maltreat them, I maltreat them like it's real. But what happens is, as soon as we come off, before even we go, the camera starts to roll, I'll tell you. Mebo kakrawa ensu. And I say, "Hey, film team, me shake you." And so I condition the mind of the child. I psych the mind of the child, and then when the camera rolls, clicks. As soon as it's over, I hug the person, I buy them biscuit, I buy them drink, I sing for them, and sometimes when they don't cry, I'll straight up pinch them for them to cry, you know. So that one there, a lot of people thought that Mami Dokro was too hard because of the roles that I played. But
I think that notion is dying down now.
Yes, because
we are more enlightened.
Yes, with they said they don't see me playing those roles again. In fact, these days when you ask me to play that role, I mean play. Oh, I will play it.
So
no.
Now let me ask you this question: which role have you always wanted to play that you haven't played yet?
Well, I've played every role that I want to play. I've been a sugar mommy before, a prostitute before. Club girl, somebody who maltreats children and all that.
Bad wife.
Bad wife, yes. I've played all the roles, but you know, it gets to a time that you cannot do those roles, you know. Like you get to a point in the society that everybody looks at you. You become an icon or something. Mami Dokro. You know, so I won't play that role. If you give me that role, I won't play that role. If you tell me to beat a child, to change the child, I'll tell you, let me use another method of punishment. So those roles, I cannot play them again. Yes.
Now let's come down to Kwekwanansi.
Yes.
Island is premiering. When is it happening? Where is it happening?
4th of July.
4th of July.
Yes, at Alliance Française.
Okay, so it's premiering 4th of July at Alliance Française. The short film Kwekwanansi, produced and directed by Akosua Owusu Adoma. By featuring in this movie, are you announcing your comeback to the big screens?
I am in. Anybody that wants to come, contact me to. Yes, she'll come. You know, some of the producers were saying that I wasn't making myself available, but they know my numbers. They know how to contact me, but it's just that I am not marketable.
But you are marketable.
Mami Dokro is not marketable. Do you think it's true? It's not true.
Oh, okay.
So I am there.
So before we wrap up, how do you see the Ghanaian movie industry 10 years from now?
Well, I think we go places. That is, if they are going to do films with traditional background and all that, like Adoma did.
Yeah.
That is when, if they will stop making love openly on screen.
And send it to their room.
Yes. Yes, they can do suggestive things and things like that. That is, if they will write stories that will change Ghana, that will stop corruption in Ghana, that will stop backbiting in Ghana, that will let Ghana move forward. These are the stories that we want.
Wow.
But not those kind of stories.
The final one before you leave, this is very important to me. What do you tell the up-and-coming young ladies out there who are clamoring strongly for stardom or to be where you are now? What do you have to tell them?
what I want to tell them is that some of the producers, some of them, not all of them. Some of them will take advantage of you.
Yeah.
That is, if you become loose and cheap, they will use you and throw you away in the long run. I want you to be yourself. If you know that you are good, don't just allow them to use you. And I want to tell them to always be focused. I want to tell them to do something else in addition to the acting. Because so far as I am concerned, if I had been acting alone in Ghana, I would have been miserable.
Yeah.
But I was doing my business. I am a trained teacher.
Yeah.
I was teaching. I was doing my own production. And so you can do a whole lot of, things. Don't allow the men to use you.
Yeah.
The producers will use you later, they will throw you away. Maybe you will not get closer to where we are. We were not used, so nobody could bluff us. We knew what we were doing. We were focused. If you give me a role and I feel that, I don't like this role, I won't play it. I will suggest things or some parts to you. If you take it, fine. If you don't take it, I don't do it.
Yeah.
You see, so that's my advice to the girls especially.
Wow.
Those are... The girls are those that I can advise, but I don't know about
for the guys.
The guys.
We also need advice.
Do something else in addition to the acting.
In addition to the acting.
Otherwise, you have to go to Hollywood.
Do something else in addition to the acting. And the girls, don't look too aggressive, else some producers would use you and
throw you away.
And throw you away.
Yes.
Okay. You've done TV, so I'd like you to wrap it up for me. Sign out for me on this.
Oh my goodness.
This is your camera.
That's my camera.
Yeah.
This what program?
New Generation.
New Generation.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, viewers, this is how we end the new. We are ending.
No, we are not ending this segment, interview segment.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, viewers. It's been a pleasure talking to Maame Dokron, the icon. She's acted for more than 50 years.
Yes.
And I hope a lot of you will learn from her so that in future, Ghanaian film will go forward. Thank you. Don't go away. We are coming back again.
We are coming back. Thank you very much.
Yo, what's up, my people? This is Book Back, and you're watching New Generation on TV Africa. Holla at me.
On Soundsplash, we had I1 and Stonebwoy passing through the studios, and they had a blast over here. We had a lot of fun. Tonight, it's happening again, 7:30 sharp. You can't afford to be anywhere else apart from here in the Kwabuatma studio. Tonight, we have Sisi Chum passing through. We have Double, Joe Fraser, Dr. Slim, and the Hope of Africa. Make it a point to be here, 7:30 sharp. It's Soundsplash. Ubafili, Soundsplash, no shaking. Now, moving on real quick. Last week again, Midadrin premiered here in our studios. Therefore, it starts showing on the 30th of this month, 30th of June, Sunday, 7:30 to 8:30 sharp, and every other Sunday. So make it with us on Midadrin.
Scene one, Apple, take one.
So finally, the big day is here. It is the premiere of the long-awaited real-life TV series, My Life, My Story, Midadrin. Today, Saturday, the 15th of June is the day, and we're just about starting. But for now, I just want to do one or two interviews with some of the dignitaries that are walking in. So I'm going to talk to my first person. He's an actor. He played a part in the Midadrin, My Life, My Story series. Of course, I played a part in it as well. So, Welbeck, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Tell me some of the challenges you faced while featuring in this real-life TV series.
For me, let me say that it is really a blessing to have taken part in a movie produced by TV Africa, especially with My Life, My Story, Midadrin, because I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this, so I find it as a blessing. It's challenging, but that's what the job is supposed to be.
This program that has been very difficult to put together has seen the light of day. And I have no doubt in my mind that every single person that comes to this program, everybody that comes to sit before his screens and watch this program would realize that of a truth, it is something that is thought-provoking. It is something that should prick the conscience of society.
I'm about to talk to the man himself, Akwesie J from Obrimpong FM inside Swedro. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you might have seen the adverts on the screens and everything.
Yes, I have, and that's the main reason why I'm here.
Thank you. So what do you expect from this premiere?
Well, I adore the initiative. Seriously, I think this is something nice. You know, sometimes we read some of these things from books, and this is something that's been caught visually, so we could see some real people who look just like them, and then to get the real message of their life stories. I mean, it is very, very motivating. I hope that someday I can be as big as them, and then I'll be part of this story.
The great man of the land, Professor Atukwe Oka, a great poet right here in Ghana and known the world over. He's also here to grace our occasion. He's with his wife. Daddy, what are expectations for me that in my life, my story?
Well, I want to see how the plight of the disadvantaged, of the distressed, of the beleaguered has been dramatized into forceful images by our one and only master filmmaker, Kwao Ansah.
We are very honored to have the first Speaker of Parliament, the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ebo Barton Odro. Please put your hands together for him. And then he will be joining us shortly. And but before then, we have our own man coming on stage.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are the grand premiere of My Life, My Story, Medadwin. I'm going to invite a very young man to the stage. Now, this is a man I could say in my entire life, I've found him tell a story coming intimately with reality. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the CEO of TV Africa, Mr. Kwao Ansah.
A very young man, very, very young man.
Very young, can you see that?
He's just 16.
Thank you. I do hope I feel that young. Distinguished guests of honor, Right Honorable, the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, distinguished invited guests, colleagues, media, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to welcome you to the official launching of My Life, My Story, Medadwin. For a long time, TV Africa has recognized that many of our nation's social challenges have been attributed erroneously to the destiny of our victims. In other words, we have knowingly or unknowingly come to accept that people who find themselves at the wrong ends of any social misfortune were destined to be so. As we celebrate our 10th anniversary, we at TV Africa use this opportunity to assure our loyal viewers and the people of Ghana that we appreciate your loyalty and support and promise that more is yet to come from TV Africa. In other words, and as the American will put it, you ain't seen nothing yet from TV Africa.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.
We are all born into the unknown world as innocent babies.
But as we grow, circumstances drive some of us into situations making our lives sad and miserable. Regrets, sorrow, and pain often fill our hearts when we look back.
Before the man would turn face me, I caught the rifle, then I raised it up. I say robbery.
But are we learning lessons from today's experiences in order to meet tomorrow's challenges? Or do we sometimes believe that others choose to be born criminals, lepers, drug addicts, or street children?
I told him that I can't do this.
Shut up. Your instinct tells you what, huh?
Well, let us think again, because we are vulnerable.
You will rot in jail.
We are all vulnerable. This is my life, my story. Medajin.
Starting from Sunday 30th June 2013 from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
To the ground. Whoa, yes, loud.
I think basically this is what we as the media need to be highlighting on. It's about time we started looking at the things that really affect the lives of our people. And if you want to see any society that would develop it, is you look at how they deal with the weak ones amongst them. And I think this is a brilliant thing, and I'm hoping that we'll just not watch it, but it would lead to change of attitudes. It would lead to the way we look at these people, and all of us as leaders would be able to help make a change.
Normally this house is associated with imagination, fiction. This is not fiction. This is our life. This is true life. And I think that it would not be enough to show it on the screen. The Ghana Education Service should team up with TV Africa and take all the series through the schools. Through the schools. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
We keep celebrating Mother's Day, Father's Day, all right? We've not celebrated Parents' Day. The issue about all these things you're seeing is that parents at a point in time believe that they are in control, but unfortunately they are not. The African setting balls deeply on discipline. But my brother, to be honest with you, that which we keep believing, child's rights, child's labor, and all those things, another human right, has broken that chain in the family. So let's go back to the African way of training children. And I believe these things will be there, but it will be minimal than what we are seeing now. That's my point.
We have seen here, we're not talking about what normally people will say a paradigm shift. We are actually talking about crossing a Rubicon. We need to cross some lines in this country. I recall in the late 60s, early 70s or so, Busia started the family planning. I think we have to revisit that. It is not everybody who is a parent. You can have a child. Are you a parent? Thank you.
I mean, watching this just makes me, it hammers on the point. I've always had this idea of TV Africa, but after joining TV Africa, I do understand what they want to portray in the society. And watching this, like some of the viewers have already said, it's real life. It could happen to anybody. And I found myself in each and every one of those stories. So the question is, what are we doing? And in fact, the question in the next few years is, how would Ghanaian business or how would the society be doing after watching these things? So I think for me, I'm happy to be a part of the team of TV Africa, because this is a great thing and we should all try and do something to help the society.
I've always known as a professional lawyer that there's this maxim that goes like this: audi alteram partem, listen to the other side of the story. And indeed, for me, we have today listened to the other side of the story. It will help us to shape our future. It will help us to work towards, as the medics say, prevention is better than cure.
Even the tiniest holes can lead to big problems, like big painful cavities. New Pepsodent Cavity Fighter with 50% more calcium helps prevent cavities. Brush with Pepsodent's best ever anti-cavity protection for strong teeth and healthy mouths.
Western University College is bridging industry and academia by training and developing a highly skilled workforce that can successfully compete in the ever-changing Ghanaian, African, and global marketplace. We have listened to the concerns of employers and have found that most graduates today lack practical and professional skills required to perform basic corporate function. Western University College therefore emphasizes strong theoretical and practical skills in the teaching and training of their students. At Western University College, teaching and learning takes place in a modern state-of-the-art classroom supported by a well-stocked library with wireless network and access to online articles and journals. Would you like to obtain strong theoretical understanding and practical skills that will set you apart for excellence in your career? Then make Western University College your first choice. Locate us at English Amanfrom off the Weja Kaswa Highway, or call us on 030-291-7629 or 030-291-5629.
Now when I show love feminine hygiene washing, I TV me say a draway, boa me, it's me white and carbon in nase.
Na den e kwe kram we.
Patch someone to love feminine hygiene washing can.
Me betobi and carbon as a keka, nina tsukoye.
Na if you say me use so mama say kume bi e boost me confidence. Na den sex dem impo.
Uni problem. Love feminine hygiene wash there. E drop papa and go for half phobia emro. Send other products no set e go for grow no.
Me say me to kwan kwa China. Me used to love feminine wash bi. Na hwe kwan tintin me kodru ye na kan ye frɛ ne ka. E bi ngina me hu.
Me dem me train am kwa try hwe.
Love feminine wash ni. Eni ni we mia edro no. Wait me dia show for 4 hours and then so said the morning in Love feminine wash and many jebon temos.
Love Feminine Hygiene Wash is sold in most pharmacies, supermarkets, chemical and cosmetic shops. For bulk purchases and exporters, call 0246 413 988, 0247 216 482, or 0206 816 758.
Do you desire a diploma or advanced diploma in beauty therapy and cosmetology? Are you a practicing beauty therapist, a housewife, needing that special course in beauty therapy, cosmetology, or hairdressing? Then look no further. At FC Beauty College, we offer a syllabus based on the International Technical Educational Certificate ITEC of UK and City and Guilds of London, and are duly registered with the Ghana Education Service (GES), not to talk of being on the computerized schools selection and placement system. Applying the blush, we have 25 years of quality beauty skills training. What more could you ask for? For your courses in Advanced Diploma in Beauty Therapy, Advanced Diploma in Spa Therapy, Advanced Diploma in Hairdressing, Paramedical Esthetician, and the Dermal Technicians program, locate the FC Beauty College opposite the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Northridge, Accra, or call 0242 786 761. FC Beauty College, delivering quality education in beauty therapy.
The Kofi Annan ICT Center presents Innovation Week 2013. It's 5 days of inspiring workshops and talks from leadership in business, finance, government, and the communications industry. This year, we're focusing on driving innovation, new communities, new opportunities, new markets. Come network and discover how you can use ICT to drive innovation, build communities, unearth new opportunities and new markets. Venue, Kofi Annan ICT Center, Bridge, Accra, near GIJ. Date, Tuesday 25th June to Saturday 29th June 2013. Get ready to be inspired. Unleash your creative potential. To register for iWeek 2013, call 0302-679-542-5 or visit our website www.aiti-kace.com.gh. Innovation Week 2013.
So this is how far time can permit us on New Generation today. I have had a lot of fun. I always say this every week because it's true. I always have fun.
Of course.
Belinda.
Today I had fun too. I watched you on Medadrin and it was perfect.
Yes,
you were good at a thing. I hope you don't do it in real life.
Oh, you know, I only teach people not to do it by doing it.
Right, exactly. And today we took a look at threat of flood in Ghana. And for entertainment,
we had Grace Omabo, Mami Dokuno. She says all the Dokuno that fancy Dokuno, Dokuno, Zima Dokuno, every Dokuno is still Dokuno. How old is TV Africa? So you see, she doesn't know, and she came asking you. Anyway,
I want you to tell me.
I should tell you. Okay, so this is where we wrap up on New Generation. Keep watching Television Africa. Next week, bye-bye.
Bye.